Welcome to Module 7, Lesson 1. So, today, we're kind of going back to the idea of problem, like word problems, but more importantly, being able to look at like multi-step problems and looking at problems in different ways and being able to answer multiple questions with the same information. So, before going off of that, you might notice I am wearing a different headset. A couple days ago, it broke while preparing for one of these. So, mic quality and audio might sound a little bit differently. I think it should sound better, but let me know if it doesn't. Anyways, so today we're going to be doing I can solve word problems in different contexts, which basically is saying I have a problem, I can answer multiple questions to it or view it in different ways. So the best way I can visualize this for you is for you to simply open up your own problem set book. And that would be on just page 1 of Module 7. Excuse me, gotta sneeze real quick. So, going off of that, I'm just going to go ahead and read the problems and show you a couple things up on the board as I am doing this. So the very first problem has a picture for it, and it's about hay rides. So for an adult, I'm just going to put a adult. The adult costs $7. A child ticket costs $4, and they leave every 15 minutes starting at 11 a.m. So leave every 15 minutes starting at 11 a.m. So going over there, just getting the idea that you can answer multiple questions based off of the little bit of information we have here. So, kind of just going to go through this for you real quick. You can follow along if you'd like. The very first question just states that Lena's family buys 2 adult tickets and 2 child tickets for the hayride. How much does it cost Lena's family to go on the hayride? So, straight up, it's just saying how much money did they spend? And there's a couple ways you can do this. You can look, well, how many people did this? So there's 2 adults, so 1, 2, and then 2 children, 3, 4. So there's 4 people buying tickets. And so typically, when we view at this problem, we're like, okay, so I know that there's 4 people, and then each person has a certain amount in each, or certain cost, and you just multiply that. So we have 4 groups of, well, how much does it cost? Well, it costs 7 for an adult and 7 for a child. So you might be tempted to go, oh, it's 4 times 7, or it's 4 times 4. And if you had 4 adults, you're right, it would be 4 times 7. It's 4 groups of 7. Or if you had 4 children, it would be 4 times 4, because it would be 4 groups of 4. But we don't have 4 adults, and we don't have 4 children. We have 2 adults and 2 children. So we can't do this 4 times any number, because the group sizes are different. Which means, in order for this to work, I need to make sure I recognize what I have. I have 2 adults and 2 children, and these 2 adults cost the same much, and the 2 children cost the same. So the adults each cost $7, and the children each cost $4 for their tickets. So in total, the adults, you need $14, and for the children, you need a total of $8. Now that might make you go, oh, I think I answered the problem. I finished it. I'm done. There you go. I know it's 14 for an adult and 14 for kids. But you're not done yet, because you have to find out, okay, so how much did it cost for all 4 of those people? Well, now you can just add those 2 numbers together, right? You can do 14 plus 8. And you just go ahead and do that. I'll write that down in this format right here. 4 plus 8 is 14. Get that right there? Actually, hold on a second. My bad. Sorry, it's 12. See, I made a quick mistake. I've turned it around and fixed it, though. 4 plus 8 is 12. Put 2 there. Carry the 1. 22. So the total cost of this was $22. So going off of this, there are more areas and more different ways that you can continue off of this. If you look at the second problem, you could say Lena's mom pays for the tickets with $5 bills. So she doesn't use any $1 bills. She doesn't use any $10 bills. She only uses $5 bills. And she receives $3 back in change. Because if you think about it, does 5 go into 22? No, it doesn't. So she'll have to get a little bit more, and they'll give her some cash back. So going off of this is that you need to determine how many 5 bills does Lena's mom use to pay for the hay rides. And so we can just skip count by 5s until we get to 22, right? Let's try it. 5, 10, 15, and 20. All right, so we're not at 22 yet, so 25. So before that, we were at 20, and now we're at 25, which means 22 doesn't go into, or 5 doesn't go into 22 properly. So we're going to have to think about how we're going to do this. And you might think, oh, well, that means this problem can't be solved. This is something that we are unable to do. Which, you're right, it cannot go evenly into 22, but we got to remember there is one thing that the question states, and it says that she gets $3 back, which means she didn't give him $22. She gave him $3 more than 22. So let's think about it for a second. 22 plus 3, because it cost $22, and she was given $3 back, gives you a total of $25. Does 5 go into 25? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It does. So how many dollar bills did Lena's mom give? 5. She gave them $25 or five $5 bills, and they said, oh, you gave us too much, here's $3 back. This is actually a really relatable thing. If you go to a store or you go to a restaurant and you pay with money, unless you have the exact amount of money, which, to be completely honest, most people don't carry around exact change for every situation, you give them a little bit more, and they'll give you a little bit back. If you bought ice cream and the ice cream cost $2.50, but you only had $3 on you, you give those $3, and they give you 50 cents back. So this is a pretty common thing in trade. We've kind of gotten a little bit away from it with like credit cards and whatnot, but if you pay with money in cash, it's the same basic idea. Which goes on to our third question off of this. Number C, or letter C. Lena's family wants to go on the 4th hayride of the day, and it is currently 11:38. How many minutes do they have to wait until the 4th hayride? Now, it seems like we're shifting gears here a little bit, because we've been dealing with the money. How much does it cost? How much did I get back? How many $5 bills did I use? See, we've answered all these other different questions with 1, 2, 3 points of information. That's it. A lot of things we can do with this information. But now the question's stating they want to leave on the 4th trip of the day, and it's 11:39. So I'm going to go ahead and write that right here. So it's 11:39. This is what time it is now, and they want to leave on the 4th one away. Which means they're like, okay, well, we've been talking about money this entire time. What in the world can I use the money to help me solve this? And right, are we dealing with money right now? No, we're dealing with time, which means we don't need the money anymore. We're completely dealing on time and when we are leaving. Which begs the question of, well, what am I supposed to do here? How am I supposed to know when the next trip is leaving? Well, you know that the very first one starts at 11 a.m. So number 1 is at 11. And they leave every 15 minutes, which means if the first one leaves at 11, when does the second one leave? 15 minutes later at 11:15. That's number 2. And then you have the third one, which leaves 15 minutes after that, which is 11:30. Looks like they're just 8 minutes late for that one, which means 15 more minutes later would be the 4th one, which would be 11:45. And this is the one that they want, because the question states they want to go on the 4th ride of the day. Not the 1st, not the 2nd, not the 3rd, but the 4th. And what time is that? 11:45. So 11:45 is the time that they are wanting to go. That's the kind of the scheduled time that they are wanting to leave. And it's currently 11:38. So how many minutes do they have to wait? It's 11:38 right now, and they're leaving at 11:45. Well, you just find the difference between 38 and 45. You can start at 38 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or you can do what I like to do and do 45 minus 38. You will have to borrow in order to make that work, but 15 minus 8 is 7. 3 minus 3 is 0, which just leaves you with 7 minutes. So, once again, I haven't been given a lot of information here. I've been told how much an adult ticket costs. I've been told how much a child's ticket costs. I've been told that they leave every 15 minutes starting at 11 o'clock. With only that information, look at everything that we were able to do. And that's what the idea of this is that you can use very little information to answer multiple questions. And that is kind of this area we're starting to dive into a little bit, is kind of not necessarily reading in between the lines of a problem, but more so being able to use the information in front of you to its fullest extent. And so, that is kind of what you're going to be doing. You'll continue on with that with some of the other problems. And mostly, it's kind of what we've been doing before, is just read the problem, know what the problem is asking, and I promise you, as of right now in 3rd grade, you have all the information to solve this. This isn't a trick question saying, haha, you don't really know. You have all the information to solve this. You need to look at it, and you need to be able to decipher it and look close enough to determine, okay, if I need to find this information over here, what do I know that can help me get to this information? So, with that being said, that is where we're going to leave it off. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you learned something, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.